Find the area for each rhombus. So this is the rhombus and this is the rhombus. This is the formula for the area of a rhombus. It's 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. These are the diagonals. Since it's a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other. In other words, this diagonal and this diagonal cut each other in half. So this half and this half are equal, this half and this half are equal. And they also are perpendicular. So diagonals bisect each other, and the diagonals are perpendicular, so there should be a 90-degree angle here. So let's go ahead and work this one out. Notice the diagonals bisected each other. So this length equals this length equals this length. Notice they're perpendicular. We're going to use those two facts to get the information we need to find the area. So let's go ahead and take this here, move it over here, and we're going to call this part x. This part, we already have the information. This is 4, so we know the length of this diagonal. We just need the length of this diagonal. We're going to find this part by taking this right triangle. Once we find that x, it will be just x and x. We double it, and that will be the length of this diagonal. Run it through the formula for the area of the rhombus, and we're done. So we take this right triangle. Notice two sides are given and one's missing. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out the missing side. Remember, opposite the 90, you'll always find the C. So opposite the 90 is the hypotenuse. So that takes its place. The other two numbers, they could take A or B. It doesn't matter. So here's A and B. Now we simplify. We do our algebra. Simplify, get that x by itself. We take the square root of both sides here. So x is square root of 345. So this should be square root of 345, and this should be square root of 345 units. We have the 4 here, so we know this is 4. So notice now we have the length of this diagonal and this diagonal. So this diagonal is 8, and this diagonal is 2 times square root of 45. Now run it through the formula. Here's a 1/2. Notice we said 2 times square root of 345, so this 2 cancels with this 2, and that leaves the 8. So the area for this rhombus is 8 square root of 345 square centimeters. Now let's try the next one. We're going to run the same procedure, exactly the same procedure. So we take this right triangle, we extract it, and work with it. Two sides are given, one's missing. It's a right triangle, so you can use the Pythagorean theorem. Go ahead and substitute for the C, the A, and the B. Do your algebra, solve for the x. Take the square root right here for both sides. So x, this x, and this x are equal. So that x is square root of 165. Now we have this diagonal equaling 4, and this one 2 times square root of 165. Run it through your formula for the area. Diagonal 1, diagonal 2, these two cancel. And the area for this rhombus is 4 square root of 165 square centimeters.